Okay, so welcome back, everybody. We're diving deep today
Yeah.
into a house and car fire that happened in L.A., in the Palisades, actually.
Right.
And it was back on January 8th of this year, 2025, obviously. What makes this one so interesting is that it happened
Yeah.
while 5 wildfires were burning in the region.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you have this crazy, like,
Chaotic.
yeah, chaotic backdrop. And the cause of the Palisades fire
Yeah,
is still a total mystery.
it is. Yeah, that's what's so fascinating about this particular fire is that, typically investigators are able to pinpoint the cause of the fire, whether that's faulty wiring, a discarded cigarette,
Right.
arson in some cases, but in this
Yeah.
case we're just like with a question mark, and that's
Yeah, that's really unusual, isn't it?
Yeah.
In most fire investigations, you
Yeah.
can usually find some kind of, like, initial spark
Yeah.
that started the whole thing, so.
Yeah. This lack of like a definitive cause makes you think,
Could this be a symptom of something bigger going on?
Yeah.
And you've been following wildfire trends here in California, so what are some of the factors, maybe, that you're seeing that could be creating this more volatile environment
Right.
in the Palisades and other places like it?
Yeah, I mean, when we zoom out and connect this to the bigger picture, it does make you think about some of these larger forces
Right.
at play. Climate change, obviously, a significant factor. I mean, we've seen rising temperatures, prolonged droughts in California. And what this is doing is it's creating conditions
Yeah.
where the vegetation dries out and becomes highly flammable. So you literally have like kindling just waiting for a spark.
Right, so you've got this kind of tinderbox-like environment,
Totally.
but you still need that spark to get things going.
100%. Yeah. You need that ignition.
Yeah, even with the dry conditions.
Yeah.
Something has to, like, set it off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where things get complicated because it can be something seemingly insignificant,
Yeah.
like a spark from a lawnmower hitting a rock
Oh, wow.
or a piece of broken glass that focuses the sunlight. These things that we just don't think about
Right.
can have these devastating consequences.
Especially in an environment like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not just climate change, right?
Right.
We should also think about things like human activity and development in these areas. Does that play a role too?
Definitely. I mean, as urban areas, expand into these wildland areas,
Right.
we see an increase in what we call the wildland-urban interface.
Okay.
And that basically just means there's more opportunity for accidental ignitions because you have human activity coming into contact with these fire-prone landscapes.
Yeah.
So you think about power lines, construction work, fireworks even.
Right.
All of these can act as potential ignition sources.
So let's recap for a sec.
Okay.
So we've got the Palisades fire. It happened January 8th. And it happened during this wave of other wildfires
Yep.
that were also happening in the area. And we still don't know the exact cause
Yeah.
of this particular fire.
Right.
But we're looking at this, like, combination of factors that could have contributed.
Exactly.
Right? We've got the climate change piece, creating that tinderbox environment.
Oh, totally.
And then you have the human activity,
Yeah.
which could be the spark.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that we don't know the exact cause makes it even more important to
Wow.
look at these broader trends. It just highlights how complex this issue is.
Right.
And the fact that we need like a multifaceted approach
Yeah.
to fire prevention and preparedness.
Yeah, it really makes you think, like, what can communities like the Palisades actually do
Yeah.
to be better prepared
Right.
for something like this?
Absolutely. I mean, it's not just about, fighting fires when they start. It's about trying to reduce that risk in the first place. So this can involve things like creating defensible spaces around homes, updating building codes to include more fire-resistant materials, and just generally educating residents about fire safety.
Okay, so we've gone over the Palisades fire, talked about how we don't know the exact cause, but it looks like this combination of climate change and human activity
For sure.
could contribute to it. And, I guess that leads us to a bigger question.
Yeah.
Are there similar underlying factors that are contributing to this increase in frequency and intensity of wildfires that we're
Right,
seeing
so-
in other regions?
Yeah.
That's definitely something for us all to consider as we, move towards the future and
Oh,
figure out
yes.
what our role is in all of this.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for taking this deep dive with us, everybody.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you next time.